Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you so very much for joining me once again. Now, things may look a little different. I have my computer out, I have some other things out. Probably wondering why. Well, I'm going to be trying something different in this video. So this project, you will also see it. Well, before you see this video, you'll see the finished project in my Joy of Blue collab video when that posts on the 12th. So I'm recording it so I can post it after that, so you can see how I ended up that finished project. And it's my first time doing it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that it all works out how I want it to. So you've probably seen and even heard about sublimation, right? So I wanted to try that. I bought a Epson 2720 printer and I converted it to a sublimation printer. So I have a designated sublimation printer now. And I also purchased a convection oven, because that's where I'm going to be cooking my blanks that need to go in the oven. Because I don't have a heat the mug press right now, so I'll be using the convection oven. So then I had to figure out what program I wanted to use to design my project. I tried a few things. Most of them didn't work on my computer because this is a small computer, and for some reason it's saying there's no space on here, which makes no sense because there's nothing on here. But either way, I finally found something that I think I'll be using for at least for the time being until I get a new computer. Even when I get a new one, I'll probably still use this program. So I'm using Canva because that's an online format, so I don't have to download anything. I can just go online. That's only that I have the internet to go online to do that. So I made an account. I have the free version because they have free and they have pro. Depending on how much I use it, I might upgrade to the pro, but for right now I have the free version. At least, I mean, it'd give me a chance to really see how well I like it. I haven't been using it that long, but I did use it to work out a template for what I'm gonna do in this video. So this is Canva. So you just make an account, and then this is how it'll look. Now I already have what I want to do designed and everything, so let me pull that up. It was pretty easy. All you have to do is start with a blank canvas, and I'm doing if I didn't mention, I'm going to be doing a 20-ounce skinny tumbler. I want to sublimate something on a tumbler. So to start off on Canva, you need a blank canvas, and you have to put it in the measurements. So the measurements that I'm using for the tumbler is the height of 8.2 inches, and the width is 9.3. Okay, so you put that in, and then you start designing. So this is what I'll be doing. And blow it up. So this is, I hope you can see that. So this is what I'll be attempting to put on a tumbler. I hope it works out for me, because you don't want to go wasting tumblers. So I have that, and so the background on here, you probably recognize that if you've seen one or two of my other videos. This is from when I was doing my gel press prints. one of the prints, this print, I used it in that journal that I made when I was doing that, but before I did, I scanned it into my printer. It was onto my computer, so I'm using that as my background. And then this image here of this girl with the messy bun, it's called a messy bun. I got that from designbundles.net. And these images of the pencil holder and the scissors, that came from Canva. And the rectangles that you see, the blue and the black, also are shapes from Canva. And then the font from Canva, which is, let me see, what is the name of that font? The font's name is Great Vibes. So that's what I used to put this image together. And I will link everything down in my description box below on everything I use, like the where I got the image of the girl, and the tumbler, because this is the tumbler. So let me show you that. Let me set the computer side. So we are going to, and the tumblers I bought, it was four in the pack. And they come individually boxed, so it'll be easy to give to someone after you make it, or if you want to sell it, it'll be easy to package up. So take the tumbler. It's a 20-ounce tumbler, and it comes with tumbler care cards with each of them. And then it just has the lid that comes off, and it came with a metal straw. I'm not sure how I feel about the metal straws, but they came with metal straws. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to sublimate that image that I just showed you onto here. Also, I bought a oven timer, because I want to make sure that that convection oven stays the temp that I need it to be, and if it drops, I'll know, then I can turn it up or down, or, you know, just go with the flow of the oven. So you also need heat transfer tape. So I got 2 rolls of heat transfer tape. I'm going to have to get more of this. I bought some sublimation shrink wrap. This goes over the tumbler, and you use a heat gun to shrink it around the tumbler. I'll show you that when I get to it. And then, of course, you need sublimation paper. So I'm using sublimation paper. I got this from Amazon. I'll put that in my description box below. And of course, you need the heat gun. I don't have that out yet. I'll get that when I get to it, when it's time for me to use it. If I'm forgetting something else, I'll mention it, or it'll be down in the description box. But first, or next rather, let's print this image out, send it to the printer so we can get started. So I'm going to go to download. You have options where you can do it as a PNG or a JPEG, PDF. I'm going to save it as, I'm going to do it as a PDF. I'm going to download it. You can see the options change here. It's a drop down bar with options. So you get the PNG, JPEG, and PDF. So I'm going to do PDF and hit download. Now it's working, and then it'll show up down there when it's done. So let's open this up. And see, it's in the PDF program. So this is how it would look when it's printed out. Oh, you probably can't see that because it's really small. So it's going to have a border around it because I have already set my printer to print how it needs to print when you're doing sublimation. You know, you can't print it at the high speed, and is you have to mirror the image, so that's already set. So anytime I do a sublimation, the printer already knows how to print it. Okay. So now all I have to do is send this over to the printer. So I'm going to do that, and then when I come back, I'll show you how it looks when it comes out of the printer, and then talk about what's next. So let's do that. So I hit Control Shift and P so my print dialog box can come up, so I can make sure I got the right printer selected. Then I'm going to go click on my preferences, you know, just to double check, make sure everything is cool. So hit that, and then hit OK, apply, and then send to the printer. I'm going to send it to the printer, and then I'll be right back, okay? Yeah, I'm back. We don't need the computer anymore, so I can set this out of the way. And then this is how it looks when it comes out of the printer. But maybe I should have kept the computer so you can see. So you can see it's a little darker on the paper than it was on the computer. It's supposed to be like that. When you print it out, it'll be a little duller. I guess you could say duller. Till you put it where, till you heat it onto where you want it to go. So it won't be as bright as you see it on the computer. So there's nothing wrong with this. That's how it's supposed to be. So next, we are going to trim this down. I'm going to use my paper trimmer, and we're just going to cut off get as close to the image as you can to cut off the white border here, and probably do the top and the bottom too. So let's do that. And then that's it. So let's set this to the side. So then let's see if we remember to take the lid off. I'm not going to take this yet, but I want to just make sure it's going to wrap around the whole thing. So go wrap there, and then you come up here so that it should meet like that. So we know this is going to fit. I know what else I forgot. I forgot the alcohol, because you need to clean off the tumbler. So let me go get that, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I have the alcohol and some paper towels. Also, while I was gone, I took out a sheet of the shrink wrap, and I got my heat gun. So we have everything that we need. And I also cut a few pieces of that heat transfer tape. You know, that stuff smells bad. No one never talked. I never heard anybody talk about how it smells. It stinks. So just get some alcohol on here, and let's see. Hold it with one hand and then just wipe it down to make sure there's no fingerprints or anything on there, because from what I read, it could leave void spots when the ink is transferring to your substrate, and we don't want that. So we just clean that off, wipe it down with some alcohol, then go on with another paper towel and dry it off. Okay, that should be good enough. Dry that off. So now let's get our image. And make sure that I put this down right, because this is the bottom. I'll need to take that off because I didn't know that might melt in the oven. So let's see, let's try to get that off. I think it's just a sticker. So yeah, take that off. So make sure the bottom is at the bottom and your top is at your top. And you need to wrap it around and get it as tight as you can. Get the paper around as tight as you can. Let me stand it up. Pull it, get the paper tight so the seams butt up with each other, and then get a piece of tape so you can put some tape there. I'm gonna cut that because I need to make sure this is lined up. So we don't have a noticeable seam, so you try to get it as tight as you can. Okay, put some tape. Tight. Lay that down and pull it tight. And tape. So I have taped my seams together. Now you have to tape the top and the bottom. I did the top already. So you put the tape and you pull it tight, and then you roll it over on the inside, because you don't want any air or anything to get in there. And then you rub this and make sure that's flat. So now we can do the bottom, do the same to the bottom that I did to the top. And you want it to go the same way that if you have a fold over, you put the tape going the same way as your seam, which I think that way. It's going that way. So I put the tape going that way. So I start it there and pull it tight. And then fold it over. I mean, it's gonna get folded anyway when you put the heat, the shrink wrap over it, because it's gonna fold it whatever paper is standing up over. Get another piece. Start there and pull. And then fold over. So that's the bottom. Just want to make sure every part of the paper is in contact with the tumbler. Excuse me. That way your image will transfer over when it's in the oven. So I'm just going around making sure it's nice and tight. Get that on the top. Now I can put the shrink wrap on. Then this is the shrink wrap. It's open on both ends. And you just slide it over your tumbler. Get it in the middle. So close to the middle. Where's my seam? Put it back here. Seam back here. So I have my heat gun that I use for embossing. So it'll work just fine. I think it'll get hot enough where it'll shrink it. Alright, I have it shrink wrapped. Now I'm going to go and preheat my oven, which I probably should have been doing while I was doing this. But I'm going to go and do that at like 375 degrees and put it in for like anywhere between 4 to 6 minutes. And I'll bring it to the camera, to the oven when it's heated. So, be back. Okay, so this is the convection oven. I don't know if you can see that, but I have my timer in there, and it is almost at 375, which is where I need it to be. And then I'll put my tumbler in there and do it for 3 minutes. Then I'll rotate it and do it for the last 3, and it should be done baking. So it's at its temp now, so I'm going to put it in. First, we're going to put some paper in there so that the mug doesn't stick to the shrink wrap paper doesn't stick to the grate. And then we're going to sit this carefully. Sit this in here.
Oh, you got it wrapped on there already?
You want to be in the video? That was my mom. So we're going to put this in there. And then I'll set a timer for 3 minutes. So let's do that. Okay, 3 minutes. And then when that goes off, I'll flip it, or rotate it rather, and do another 3 minutes, and then hopefully it all comes out how I want it to. Okay, that's time, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to rotate and do another 3 minutes. Hi guys, welcome back. So what had happened was my camera died. My batteries went dead. So when I pulled the tumbler out of the oven, well, went to turn it, and when it was done, when I took it out, I didn't notice that my camera wasn't recording anymore because my batteries died. So I'm just going to show you the end product, and I'm just now thinking about that I should have took pictures of it once it came out of the oven. But when I do a sublimation again, if I do a video for it, I'll make sure I show that. So I'll show you what the paper looked like when it came off of the tumbler. So this is the paper. So as you can see, the color is gone. So it's fading out. So all of the ink came off. Also, I forgot to do something when I was preparing the tumbler. I forgot to put the butcher paper on there, because it should have been the paper that had the image that you was sublimating. Then it should have been butcher paper, then the shrink wrap. So I'm just glad that the shrink wrap didn't stick to my cup, didn't mess it up, because I forgot the butcher paper. I got to make sure I remember that. So let me show you how it looks. So this is it. It came out really good. I'm happy with it. I love this. I love this mug, this tumbler. So you have the girl there, and then you have the saying that I say at the end of all my videos: take a little time to do something crafty. Then you have the pencil holder and the scissors around here, and then my name is there. And then of course the background is from the gel press print that I told you about, that I did a couple of months back. That's the background. So I think it came out really good. And then you have the metal straw that I told you about that the tumbler comes with. So it's really cute. So that cup will sit on my desk, so when you see my videos, you'll probably see it sitting around, because it's really cute. It has to stay out. And so let me show you the care instructions. So it came with some care instructions on how to take care of the cup, the mug, the tumbler. And then of course you have the box. So if you are making this as a gift or you're selling it, you have something to put it back in, where you can wrap it, or you can decorate the box by putting if you're selling it, put a thank you sticker on there, or however you want to do it. So that's it. I'm happy with it. What do you all think? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think of my first time sublimating. I'm looking forward to doing more. And I think that's it. So if you are not already a subscriber of my channel, I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell so you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. I will end by saying, take a little time to do something crafty. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.